Hi guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. If you are new here, my name is Kiki Williams and I am back with another tips video. We're talking all about emotions and 4 tips of how to get your emotions under control in a situation that you feel uncomfortable with and you feel that your emotions are starting to arise. And at the end of the video, the 4th tip, I will be giving quite a creative way of trying to keep your emotions under control, so make sure you keep watching. And as always guys, please, if you like my channel, subscribe, like, comment. I'd love to hear more from you guys. My subscribers are growing, which I'm very excited about and happy about. So yeah, let's get into the video. Before we get into the tips, I just wanted to give an overview of, you know, emotions and how it can really trigger you in certain situations, and making sure you're aware of what sort of emotions you are showing or you're dealing with. You know, sometimes anger can be often disguised as being vulnerable or feeling embarrassed, and then you become angry about the situation when you're not really angry. Well, obviously you're angry, that emotion, but you know, making sure you get to the roots of why you're feeling that way. So before any of these tips, I would suggest making sure that, you know, you become aware of how you're feeling. Are you sad? Are you upset? Are you angry? Are you hurt? Are you embarrassed? Are you know, feeling sensitive? Establish your emotions first, so then you can use these tips to kind of help you. So tip number 1 in how to gain control of your emotions would be, don't react straight away. Sometimes our emotions can get in the way of how we really feel, and sometimes we say more than we need to say. Sometimes we can get oversensitive in that situations when our emotions are already on 10. So sometimes it's best to just, you know, don't react. Say if it's to a person, don't react straight away. Take a couple of days to reevaluate the situation, think about your emotions. Like I said before, make sure you're aware of what exact emotion you are really feeling and why you've reacted this way. Like, sometimes you have to learn to deal with your emotions by yourself and then come back into a situation with a more logical mind and mindset. And that's a good way to gain control of them, because I'm sure everyone's been in a situation where, you know, it's an awkward situation, it's a negative situation, your emotions are rising up, you feel like crying, you feel really angry, and you just let it explode and it becomes worse than it needs to be. If you feel like your emotions are getting to a point where, you know, they're coming up to 10, you know, you can just say to the person, you know what, right now I'm feeling quite emotional. Sometimes it's better to just be upfront, and I feel like I can come and talk to you about this in a couple of days time. Like, you are allowed to say that. You know, it's you are allowed to say that. Don't feel like you can't say that. Don't feel like you have to stay there to win the argument or anything like that. And sometimes you might just find that it's not necessary to bring it to that person or whatever situation it is. You may find that you deal with your emotions by yourself. By all means, if you feel like you do and it's something that you cannot hold in, then make sure that you do it. So number 2 in gaining control of your emotions would be to find a healthy outlet. So it could be the gym, it could be meditating, it could be going on a night out. Sorry, my throat has got a frog in it. Yeah, it could be going on a night out, spending time with your friends, just putting that kind of negative and emotional energy that you have and putting it to good use, or just letting it out. Sometimes you just have to release it for then you to feel 10 times better. So if you don't want to use those things that I mentioned, because obviously some people, the gym might be part of their lifestyle, and although gym is amazing for your mental state, you might find you're in a situation, you feel really uncomfortable, your emotions are running high for the last couple of days and gym is not working. Try different methods. Try and do something that you enjoy. Just try and find a way to release that energy and put it to good use. It could be something that you haven't done in a while that you really enjoy doing, or something that's out of your comfort zone. So it kind of shifts the focus away from your emotions. But if you're in a situation where your emotions are, like I said, are at an all-time high, and you can't really get to the gym, or you can't really do anything that's immediate like that, try and just breathe. Like, take a step back and breathe. That is one of the techniques that I learned when I was doing cognitive behavioral therapy. Not so much the breathing, but just closing your eyes and just listening to what's surrounding you. Not anyone, not people speaking, but just little sounds. It could be like a bird going past, it could be the sound of a car that you can hear, and focus your attention on that, because ultimately that will kind of calm you down. So the third tip of like gaining control of your emotions would to be just stop. Like, sometimes your daily routine can get so mundane and so boring, and you find that you're going about your daily routine, but then your emotions are, you know, getting worse and worse and worse. Sometimes you just need to stop. You need to take a break, a breather, come out of the environment that you're in, come out, change the surrounding, stop, basically stop what your normal routine is, and come out of it. You could go for a walk if you're at work and, you know, something's pissed you off. Instead of staying in for lunch at work, go out for lunch. The walks help me so much, like clear my hair, just having that breeze go through my face. Like, it's one of the most effective things like I've done for myself over the years. Like, there's a few walks that I would like can remember. I like the park. The park is definitely my place where I just like feel at peace. I don't know why, but if I'm like really super emotional, then going for a walk helps me so much more. It gives me a clearer mind. I will usually maybe like talk on the phone to like my friend, and walking and just talking about the situation always helps me out. Like, I feel 10 times better. So yeah, even if it means, you know, going to a friend's house for the weekend, just changing up your environment really, and changing your daily routine, because that can become so mundane and so boring that, you know, it doesn't really change how you're feeling. So the fourth tip that I think is quite creative, and I said, you know, make sure you watch it to the end of the video, is to create your own happy box, or your own happy page, your own happy folder. I know that everyone, it can't just be me, that saves loads of stuff on, say, like on social media, on Instagram, like you're like crying with laughter and you just save it. Like, I always do that because I'm like, I'm gonna want to watch this when I'm feeling sad, so I always save it. So create maybe your own happy box. It could be, you can actually create a box if you want to, of all your like, you know, inspirational quotes, or funny memories, or pictures, or, you know, even if, you know, you're not really creative, because I don't know if I would do that, but I definitely have like a page on my Instagram with like this funny stuff that's like hilarious, that if I ever go back to, I know I'm cracking up, laughing, and obviously laughter is like the best medicine. So that is a good way to pick up your mood, honestly. So even if you create a folder in your phone, say on your pictures, you can create your own album. It could just be funny videos, it could be inspirational quotes, you know, memories that you have where you're like, yes, I look banging, and you put it in that folder. So then when you are feeling low and you feel that, you know, you need that pickup, you need like a pickup, or you need like what's the word, you need like a booster of this happiness, go into that folder. So guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and for anyone who's going through an emotional time right now, then hopefully these tips could help you out, especially if you use the fourth one, because I think it's such a good idea, and I've always done that in the past. Even like, and that sounds really silly, but even like when I'm going to interviews and stuff, like for jobs in the past, I would like be waiting to be called, and I would just be on Pinterest like looking for like inspirational quotes that say you can do it, you're the bomb, and I'll be like yes, and you start feeling yourself. Like it's all about what you put into your mind that eventually makes you feel better. So if you're if you're giving yourself like positive affirmations and making yourself laugh, making yourself feel happy, then eventually it will get better. And always know that, you know, emotions are temporary and they will pass. So yeah guys, like I said before, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video. I will be having much more videos like this, so you know, if you need any more tips from me, then let me know in the comments below. But yes, I hope you enjoyed my video and I will see you soon. Bye guys.